going on, Jerome's? After the Minnesota Vikings revised the contract of star edge rusher Danielle Hunter for the third time in 3 off seasons, there's been talk about incentives in his contract up to $3 million, and they were tied directly to sacks. And we got the details on it over the weekend. Ben Gessling, Star Tribune. Danielle Hunter's sack incentives for 2023, per the details of his revised contract with the Vikings: 11 sacks, $1 million, 12.5 sacks, $2 million total, and 14 sacks, $3 million total. So $1 million for the first 11, and then another $1 million for the next 1.5, and then another $1 million for the next 1.5. It's good work if you can get it. Now, these are all considered not likely to be earned incentives. Now, it's not saying that Danielle won't get there, but in terms of salary cap accounting, it's $3 million on next year's cap. If he does hit them, they are not counted on this year's salary cap. So if he gets $1 million, it's $1 million next year. If he gets $2 million, it's $2 million next year, blah, 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 that whole thing. And his revised contract details are 1 year, $17 million total. So it's a $10 million base salary, a $5.5 million signing bonus, as well as $1.5 million in roster bonuses spread out, tied to him being active on the game day roster. So Kwesi, covered himself up a little bit, as Danielle has had some injuries, not last year, but the 2 previous seasons, missing all of 2020 with the herniated disc in his neck, as well as the torn pec. But in terms of the incentives, I mean, these are relatively realistic, because you factor in the 1 extra game, so 17-game season, a more attacking defense from Brian Flores, and I do think that Danielle Hunter is going to get many opportunities for pressures and sacks. And if you look at his career numbers, he's had 11 or more sacks 3 seasons out of his career. Well, you can say 10 and a half or more, since he clocked in at 10.5 last year. He's at 12.5 or more 3 seasons out of his career, and then over 14 twice. Back-to-back 14.5 sack seasons, 2018, 2019. Now, that's when Danielle was at his apex. Can he get back there? I think that he certainly can. I think that being with Flores will be refreshing. I think that Brian Flores will find many different ways to get Danielle Hunter in the best possible positions to wreak havoc and generate pressures and get sacks. And remember, I mean, he had 10.5 last year, leading the team as he was learning a new position and playing more both sides and more stand-up than he ever had at any point in his career. So I think that these numbers are very attainable, and it wouldn't shock me at all if Danielle clocks in 15.5, maybe even 16 sacks this season, and really sets himself up nicely for free agency next offseason, whether he gets paid here or somewhere else in the open market. Danielle, remember, will only be 29 next offseason, so he's still in the thick THICC of his prime, and coming off a potentially fantastic season. He's going to get his. He deserves it, and respect, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Danielle Hunter sack incentives revealed, up to $3 million over 14. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.